Building a David Goggins mindset does not happen by accident. It takes years of intentional discipline and habit formation to build an attitude like that. And the same thing is true with trading psychology. I spent the last 4 years forging a mindset that helps me even through the worst market conditions. And this has probably saved me from several blown accounts. Today, I'm gonna share with you guys some of the top practices that have helped me build a mindset of steel throughout my trading career. Tip number 1 is resetting your mental scoreboard every single day. With trading, you need to be in a longevity mindset. It doesn't matter what happens in the day, doesn't matter what happens in the week, doesn't matter what happens in the month. You need to think about the bigger picture. I see so many traders that are so affected by one single day in their journey that ends up sparking so much more bad days after that because they can't get it out of their head. Past results are not indicative of future success. People get caught up in the stories they tell themselves. Losing a trade does not mean you're a bad trader, but people take this in and start talking negatively about themselves and talk down on themselves because of it. Everybody takes losing trades. You have to be focused on the bigger picture. You have one losing day, journal it, figure out what you did right, what you did wrong, and go on to the next day. And when that next day happens, every single thing that happened that previous day prior needs to be out of your fucking head. Tip 2, winning trades does not mean you are doing something right, and losing trades does not mean you are doing something wrong. I see this happen so many times with new traders where they take a win, they make a bunch of money, and they think just because they made money, they're doing something right. This is far from the truth. If somebody comes to me and says, Justin, I made $10,000 today, but I over leveraged, took a setup that I've never traded before, traded on a time that I normally would not trade, I broke my rules, but I still made $10,000, I'm gonna go to them and I'm gonna say, that $10,000 is not yours. The market is going to take that back so quickly because you've been building such bad habits throughout that time. How many of you guys will have a winning week, maybe 2 winning weeks, you think you're finally getting to profitability, and all it takes is 1, 2, maybe 3 days for all that progress to go out of the fucking window. It's because that whole time you weren't winning. You were building bad habits. You think that making money means you're doing something right, and losing money means you're doing something wrong. This is holding you back. You need to be focused on building good habits, taking good setups with good risk. If somebody then comes to me and says, Justin, I lost $1,000 today, but I took the exact setup I was looking for, exact risk that I put on, I followed all my rules, and I stepped away when I needed to, I'm gonna say, dude, you are gonna make so much fucking money because this is one day in the journey. Losses happen. It is a part of trading. You have to become the best loser you can possibly be. And if you're not good at losing, maybe trading's not for you, because in trading, you need to be a loser. I'm a loser. The best traders in the world are losers. But losing does not mean a bad thing. It is how you use those losses to your advantage and how you control those losses is what is important. Tip number 3, just because your account isn't growing doesn't mean that you're not growing. We can use a gym analogy here. You can go to the gym for a week, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months, and be putting in the work and not actually see the physical results of it. This does not mean you're doing something wrong. You are improving your health, you're improving your stamina, and it's slowly but surely starting to get to where you want to be. It's the same thing with trading. Every loss that you take is a lesson to be learned. Every success that you have, you can use it to your advantage to keep doing those things. Trading takes a lot of time and a lot of trial and error. Trading is also an individual thing. It is not you versus the market, it's you versus yourself. And once you come to terms with it's you versus yourself, you get to a level of comfortability with yourself, being able to recognize your own emotion, being able to have the discipline to step away, control yourself. And not only does this bleed into your trading and make you become a better trader, but it bleeds into other aspects of your life. You feel overall more emotionally in control. So just because you're not seeing the profits on your P&L does not mean you are not improving. And I want to say this as well. Watching 10 minutes of the market every day and then watching a half YouTube video is not putting in the work. Tip number 4, find something you're good at and stick to it. I see so many new traders that are constantly bouncing new ideas and strategies every single week, and they can never actually master one thing and solidify it. What happens is you start learning one strategy, you start learning another strategy, and both of those biases start to collide together, and you never end up building confidence and conviction with your trading. So pick a strategy, trade it for at least 6 months, journal every trade that you take, Question what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and focus on improving it. So many traders will try a strategy, trade it for like maybe 2 weeks, and think that it's broken because they're not making money from it. It's not that it's broken, it's just you have not put in the time and experience to actually know what you're doing with it. Less is always more with trading. You do not need to catch every single move you see in the market. Do not be focused on constant opportunity. I see so many people that will look at a 100-point move in the market and say, how could I have capitalized on this? When in reality, most of the time, there isn't a trade that you should be taking there. You should be able to see the market dump 100 points, pump 100 points, whatever, and be able to sit there saying, I'm totally fine. Because guess what? My setup was not present for me to take a trade, so why am I getting emotional, or why do I think I missed out on something when in reality, I would have broke my fucking rules if I took that setup? That is the difference between being focused on making money versus being focused on actually doing what you need to be doing. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a comment on some other mindset related content that you'd like to see from me. I'm gonna start banging these out more consistently going forward for you guys. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.